besties, right now I'm at the Colosseum in Rome, and I want to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, Odoo. In today's digital age, having a website is essential for boosting your brand and reaching your audience. So let's talk about upgrading your game from to oh my god. With Odoo's website builder, you can wave goodbye to those snooze-worthy websites and say hello to one that makes you feel like a professional coder. But here's the thing, no coding skills are needed. With just a few clicks, you can build a stunning website using their intuitive drag and drop interface. Choose from a wide range of professionally designed templates to suit your style and needs. And the best part, your first site is free for life. Plus, with unlimited hosting and support, you'll have everything you need to make your brand shine online. Odoo provides a free custom domain for 1 year, giving your brand that professional edge.
Plus, Odoo offers a nifty ChatGPT integration. You're able to whip your text into shape, whether you need it rewritten, expanded, or simply jazzed up with a new tone.
Don't miss out on this opportunity to revolutionize your online presence with Odoo's website builder.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but your website can be.
Click the link to get started. Now, on to the show. In this video, we've come to Vietnam to experience their extreme live seafood buffet. A buffet where in order to eat the food, you're gonna have to catch it first and cook it yourself at the table. It's called Buffet Hai Sang. Hai Sang means seafood. It costs only 199,000 Vietnamese dong. And inside here, they have almost 100 different items to choose from. Though not all of them are seafood. Some of them are things like fruit.
Later in this video, we'll compare this live seafood buffet to a live seafood restaurant. A restaurant that's serving up some massive sea creatures. But first, let's head inside and take a look.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And we've made it. Let's go. Immediately when you walk in, you are met by all of the seafood right here. We have the oysters, we have pen shells. These have already been cooked. These big old snails, also already cooked. How do you get it out? Not concerned, because they're not alive. As we move down, you'll see snails, seashells, mussels. Then we get to our first live tank. Right here, if you look through this somewhat clear water, you will see this creature. Is it alive? That one's not alive, but some of these must be, right? This thing is definitely alive. We're gonna come back for one of these later. But for now, I wanna start with a little bit of an appetizer. So we have some of these beautiful purpled shelled clams, and we'll add some of these too. Actually, I see some people eating. Let's go take a look at how they're approaching the live aspect of the seafood. Xin chào. I wasn't sure how people would cook up the crabs, but it looks like they just put the live crabs directly on the grill. Nice. I mean, not for the crab, but you gotta die somehow. The crabs are still moving. Fantastic.
Wow, I mean, crabtastic.
Okay, so wow, that is a taste of what's to come. But first, we are gonna grill these up and try these. So welcome to our grilling station. Everybody at this restaurant has a table like this, a spot where in front of them they can either make some hot pot or grill over charcoal just like this. Wow, you can really see the longer they cook, they slowly release that muscle and begin to open up. Oh, take a look at that. Big, fleshy, delicious. Right here I have some fish sauce with chilies and garlic. Give it a little bit of a dip and let's toss it back. Cheers. Oh yeah, a little briny, but overall delicious. And what's wild about this is the price. This is not even the most expensive food that they have here, but it is amazing that you could just sit here all night, slam beers, and take your time eating this seafood. Actually, I think that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping that you order about 12 beers, hang out for a while, and drink, because the food is unlimited, but the alcohol, that is not. Our purple clams have finished cooking. I'm gonna grab one of these out. You can see the muscle, literally it looks like a tongue inside. I'm gonna give it a dip in this green seafood sauce. Try it out. Absolutely delicious. A very nice sauce here. It's salt, it's pepper, it's chilies, it's some citrus. It's an explosion of flavor inside. So this is round one of seafood. It was alive when I put it on the grill. Yet, do you feel sad? Probably not. But progressively, as I keep putting more animals on this grill, you might feel sad. Uh-oh, this gentleman's food just jumped away. Gotta be careful. In just a moment, I'm going to show you some more of the live seafood, but I wanted to show you a little bit more around this buffet. They have more seafood varieties here that are already cooked for you in case you don't want to do the cooking yourself. Right here, they have loads of shrimp all in a wok, beautifully seasoned with fried garlic on top. It looks gorgeous. Right here, they have razor clams, and then they have sucking clams right here. Fun first aid idea. Show a girl how to eat sucking clams. Don't do that. Then there's this side. Here they actually have loads of protein. That is the fin from a fish with a little muscle around it. You can grill that up. It's pretty good. Right here, here, chicken feet. We've got okra. We've got quails that are cut in half, pork belly. And then this right here is something very important, and you need to look at this if you don't want to go home broke. That says, even though the food is free, if you leave a lot of waste at your table, they will charge you $4 per 100 grams. So my advice, take little portions at a time and don't waste any food. It's better for the restaurant and it's better
for the planet.
As we move down, we have a wild selection of sauces and seasonings. Then right here, we have some fried items. We have spring rolls. We have Indonesian Kerupuk, and then we have little wieners. No one has better little wieners than Asia. Sorry. Finally, here we have the dessert section, which is fun because in Vietnam, the dessert section means fruit. You'll find mostly a load of natural tropical fruits here, but you'll also find little pounded rice cakes. Not bad, but it's not alive. It's not part of our mission. You know what is? Our next food. All right, folks, we are moving to an aquarium filled with shrimp. Take a look at this guy. This is a little river prawn. You have to be careful while you get them on your plate that they don't escape. One just escaped. You gotta be quick. All right, we have 6, put on a lid. I'm a bit surprised that a buffet like this exists. I get fresh seafood, but the fact that in order to eat this, you have to grill it yourself and come face to face with your decision to eat meat, that's pretty wild. Okay, so we've come back to the table. I think the right move is not to put them on one by one. I'm just gonna put the plate right on there and all right, here we go.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
All right, folks, I pulled my little shrimps to the side and I said a little eulogy for each one. This one is Dave. I'm gonna give the head a little bit of a twist and pull. Oh, that is an expert extraction right there. Then I wanna slowly take the shell off of the tail. That's a pretty good amount of work. You have to catch your own seafood, then you have to murder it, then you have to cook it, then you have to take it apart. But maybe it is worth it. Let's give it a little bit of a dip in our fish sauce right here and let's toss it back. Oh, that's really good. Perfectly cooked, nice and bouncy texture, shrimpy mixed with that delicious, sweet, garlicky, spicy fish sauce. That is a good shrimp. I think what we should do next is take a look around at what other people are eating, and then I'm going to show you one of the weirdest foods they have here in this buffet. Take a look at this. A little bit of shellfish. They've got a crab right here. I swear that crab was alive very recently. Bye-bye. All right, right here we have a hot pot. Take a look inside. Some fresh shrimps. I gotta say, it looks a lot better when you mix all the food together instead of just doing one at a time. In a moment, we're gonna build up to one of their biggest live seafoods, but first, one of the strangest foods here is frog skin. Oh, it's not just the skin. It's legs, it's muscles, it's femurs. We'll grab a little bit of that. I know it's not alive, but it was croaking quite recently. We have our crispy frog skin. Let's get some more live seafood. You've seen it already at some other people's tables. These are the live crabs. It's pretty small though. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna eat from there. They brought some more crabs out. These are freshwater crabs. Immediately there is competition. People know that there's fresh seafood inside. Oh my God, there's no rubber bands. Oh no. Everybody's competing. Everyone's trying to get their own crab. But at the same time, we're trying not to get stabbed. The crabs are going after each other. The humans are going after the crabs. It's amazing that they don't put rubber bands on them. All right, folks, in the end, I think I'm gonna switch out those tiny sea crabs for these big freshwater crabs. So off to the table we go. I gotta tell you folks, this is one of the weirdest dinners I've ever had in my life. Everyone's loving the mood. It's so casual. People just grabbing live seafood, throwing it on the grill. In the meantime, I'm gonna be trying some of this. This is that frog that's been fried up. The skin has just kind of become leathery. Cheers. That's like a frog skin cracker, but the skin just tastes like oily fish sauce. It's really good. And at the end of the day, you really can't even tell that it's raw. Very nice. Alas, the crabs have succumbed to their injuries. I'm gonna stick a chopstick up its backside and open that up. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Wow, lots of green stuff inside. Oh. I asked her if this part was yummy, and she said, please stop talking to me. I did not consent to this. And then she said, well, we have this green ooze. And then right here, you have all the hip and body meat. You can actually peel back some of these hip joints, twist them, and there you have it, my friend. That is a nice bite of crab. Cheers. It's sweet, it's semi-succulent, it's a little medium rare, and I think slightly underdone. Meanwhile, we have this right here. This is the claw. Give that a little bit of a break, hit it with the scissors, get a million shards of shell all over the place. All right, here we go. Second bite. Best bite so far of that crab today. That is some good, sweet claw meat. So that was our crab adventure. Now there is one live animal remaining in the aquarium behind me. Let's go take a look. All right, folks, we are back at it again for another round. There is one more live food that I want to show you, and it is right here. They might look like fish. They might look like eels. These, in fact, are loaches. Loaches can be found or raised in rice fields. They can be raised in aquariums or tanks like this. Emily, John, he's gonna do? Oh, well, you picked one that was napping. That's not fair. For this, you don't use the tongs. You just reach in with your hands. Can I try it? Oh, whoa. Okay, he said be gentle. Wow, when I stopped trying, everything worked for me. Like when I met my wife, I just gave up and she fell in love. So that, my friends, is a loach. It is extremely slimy. So in fact, it's hard to hold on to. This lady just dropped her whole plate of shrimp. Oh no, starting from scratch. Look, it's a good sign, lady. It means the shrimp are definitely alive and fresh. Here's what happens. You order the loaches, they prepare it in the kitchen, then they bring it out to the grill for you to cook yourself. She dropped the shrimp again. Let me help you. She's lost all her shrimp so far. Good. And then put the lid on, drain it, take it back and cook it. Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye, Cole. Like helping an old lady to cross the street. Heartwarming. All right, let's go grill up some fish. Loaches. All right, guys, we have ordered our loaches, and to be honest, I thought they were gonna do more stuff to it. It looks like about all they've done is put a skewer through the center, and then they've hit it with some kind of a chili sauce on the outside, and that is it. I'm gonna throw this on the grill right now. That is a thick boy right there. The best part about eating the loaches so far is that it's not alive or trying to escape. Huge bonus. All right, folks, it has been a solid 10 to 12 minutes, and these loaches are looking done. Throw it on the plate, peel back some of the skin, and look for the meat that's underneath. The skin comes right off. You got all that nice meat underneath. It looks like it's pretty dang cooked. I'm gonna eat it like corn. Cheers. Weird. It tastes like a freshwater fish. Actually, it tastes like stagnant water. They're a very slippery, very gooey fish. It tastes about exactly what you think it would taste like. Picture a pond, cattails, frogs chirping, the air wet, dew on the grass, and then take a deep smell. That's how this tastes. Weird, right? So that is all of the live seafood served at this buffet. Here's what we're gonna do next. I am gonna go to another location that also has live seafood, but the seafood there is much more substantial. I'm talking about lobsters, I'm talking about crabs that weigh multiple pounds inside of gigantic aquariums.
In fact, I'm gonna try some upgraded versions of the seafood we just sampled to see if it's worth the extra cost. Let's head there now.
We have come to our next location. This place also has live seafood, but this is not all you can eat. In a moment, I'm gonna take you inside and show you why this is one of the coolest seafood restaurants you will find in Saigon. Let's head inside. First of all, the selection of seafood is massive, and the seafood itself is quite huge. The second unique thing about this place is the cooking. Now, you can get it cooked and eat it here, or if you want, you can come here, say you want a steamed king crab, go to your house, and they will deliver it to you. That's awesome. So in a moment, we're gonna be cooking up the upgraded version of what we saw at the buffet. But first, I wanna show you just how huge some of the seafood is. This is a massive king crab. That thing must weigh at least 6 to 8 pounds. Oh, should I take it? Oh, it's spiky and cold. Have you seen anything this massive? Oh my gosh, I'm done. Next, they have giant lobster. This one is from Canada. Holy cow, look at that claw. Now, when I was in Maine, I learned that they had to keep lobsters under a certain weight, and I believe that weight was around 4 pounds. This is way over 4 pounds. In Canada, they don't care. He's got a net right here. He just pulled out a bunch of these. Now, this is a version of what we saw at the buffet. It's actually the same species. That was just a bit more underdeveloped. I'm gonna order about 2 pounds worth. We're gonna bring it to the kitchen and cook it up. This time, I've hired a hitman. Hey Siri, look up hitman in my area.
Done.
Aha, now you're on the FBI most wanted list. Is that fun? Is Siri doing it? Is she doing it? We are now inside the kitchen. It seems that the killing method here is much more straightforward. He just slices the face off. From here, the shrimp head behind me into the steamer for a few minutes to get cooked all the way through. All right, our chef has opened the steamer and pulled out our beautiful plump and now orange shrimp. Right here, we have our wok. He hits the wok with a little bit of butter. The garlic is joining the butter. Oh my God. Now it's time for the shrimps to join the party. He gives them a little bit of a mix. He hits it with a little bit of fish sauce. And right here, we have already fried garlic. Almost dangerous amount of garlic. He gives it a momentary stir. The shrimp meal is complete. We're gonna go to the table now and try it out. All right, folks, well, it's not a buffet, but it is seafood, and it was very recently alive. Earlier today, we saw the budget-friendly variety of these shrimp, and now we're gonna see the more premium price. For one shrimp, it's about $4. That means to get into that buffet, you have to pay 2 shrimp. I'm not sure if they would allow that as legal tender, but you can try it. But what about the taste? You know, it's not always about the volume of food. Sometimes we want food that just tastes real yummy. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, give it a little bit of a twist. Oh, it's so hot. Look at all that face meat. The next move is to peel off the rest of the shell. Oh, and this is the final product right here. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more garlic. Of course, it's Vietnam. We still have those very similar sauces to what they had at the buffet. Time to throw it back. Cheers. Oh my lord, it's delicious. The flavors he put on there are outstanding. When you hit it with a little bit of the dip, very good too. Spicy, sweet, salty, and then just a big bouncy shrimp body. Overall, what I learned from the chef is that you don't actually have to grill a shrimp to death. You can just cut its face off with scissors. Also, a steamer is gonna make quick work of cooking that shrimp instead of waiting forever for the charcoal on the grill. Earlier, we had live mud crab at the buffet. Here, they also have live mud crab, but much bigger. Let's go take a look. Welcome to the mud crab area. Right here, they have some gigantic mud crabs. Oh, you take a look at this, guys. Ow, I'm holding it wrong. There we go. The next move is to cook them up. I'm curious how the chef is gonna deal with the issue of them being alive. Let's find out. Boom, right here we have our crabs. Wow, step one is to stick the scissors directly into the crab's body and basically rip the top of its head off. So this one right here is the female. You can see all the eggs inside, and then that looks like eggs and maybe poop inside, and then this guy looks terrified. So he cuts away all the gills and all the nasty bits that we're not gonna be eating. I'm telling you, that death blow he delivered to the crab, that could come in handy next time I'm at a live seafood buffet. So I'm told that is fat, and that orange part here, that is eggs. Then he gives it a little bit of a scrub. From here, he takes the crab, and that also goes into the steamer. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Time has passed, and we are taking it out of the steamer. Whoosh. That is completely cooked through, but now we need to add some serious flavor. So first, he puts in a black pepper sauce. It's gonna smother these guys. The crab gets dumped in next, and then he gives it a little bit of a stir, coating every single part of the crab. And just like that, he's gonna put it onto our platter, reassembling the crab into its original shape. At last, he's gonna slather the whole thing with more of that black pepper sauce. This is a super straightforward and fast preparation. Let's go outside now and try it out. All right, folks, we have our final course right here. 2 big, beautiful mud crabs on a first date. A man and a woman together in eternal matrimony. Emphasis on the eternal part. They're not coming back from this one. I've got my gloves. Let's see. So you can see some of that hardened fat and some of those eggs. Let's pull this out. Fat and eggs in one clumpy bite. Give it a shot. Trying to be excited, but I ate some shell. I think the eggs are good. The other portion tastes a little bit bitter and very briny, quite a seafoody taste to it. Next, I want to move on to the male. This guy had some monster claws. I'm coming back for that in a moment. But first, this rear leg, this hip, I want to break this off, and then, you know what? I got 3 more tries. Right here. Jeez fucking Christ. Why? Okay, here we go. I think we've got success. I've peeled out a ton of the hip meat from inside of the crab. I'm gonna douse that with some of this black pepper sauce and give it a shot. Cheers. Nailed it. A little bit of shell for roughage, for fiber, you know, to help the crab pass through. Our final item right here, the big old crab claw. I'm gonna break this off. Oh, yeah, he did nothing. And then I'm gonna pound it. Oh, that worked actually. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that succulent claw. With almost all the shell removed, in a moment, I'm just gonna rip it off with my teeth. Let's give it a little bit of a dip in that black pepper sauce, and let's try it out. It's really good. I've just died and gone to crab heaven. That crab claw was huge, succulent, meaty, and naturally sweet. This black pepper sauce really mingles well with that crab meat. It's not really dominating the flavor. It's like 2 separate components that you wouldn't expect to work together, but they absolutely complement each other. Like Serica Jessica Parker and a bale of hay. So that is live seafood in Saigon, especially in buffet form. I'm astounded by how much value you can get at that buffet for such a low price. That place was packed with food options and had tons of fresh seafood and tons of joyous spirit. People were happy to come together, drink some beers, and grill some seafood to death. Meanwhile, you have a place like this, a more premium option. Obviously, much more expensive. The 2 crabs and 8 shrimp that we ate, over $70. I could have brought my whole team to the cheap buffet for that amount. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. I have nowhere to walk away to because I'm gonna stay here and eat the rest of this. Starting with the sauce.
If you love Indian food, then you're gonna love our new channel, Best Ever Food India. Subscribe now for weekly videos showcasing the most unique street food from around the country.